If you are a Black woman over 50 and you are seriously thinking about booking that Botox appointment to freeze those forehead lines, I need you to stop right where you are and listen carefully to what I am about to tell you. What I am sharing today is the conversation the beauty industry does not want us to have. The conversation most dermatologists collect their consultation fees without ever having with you. And the conversation that could save your face, your confidence, and your hard-earned money all at the same time. Here at Older Black Chicks, we do not do surface level, we go deeper. And today we are going all the way down to the bone, literally. By the time this video is over, you are going to understand your own skin at a level that will completely change how you see every beauty product, every injection offer, and every anti-aging advertisement ever aimed at you. And once you see this, you cannot unsee it. Stay with me all the way through because the section on what Botox actually does to mature melanin-rich skin over time is the part that is going to stop you completely in your tracks. The truth is exactly what you are going to get. Section 1. The Science of Melanin-Rich Skin. Let us start at the very beginning. And the beginning, queens, is something to be genuinely and deeply proud of. Melanin-rich skin is not ordinary skin. By every scientific measure, it is an architectural masterpiece. The dermis, the thick structural layer beneath your surface, is denser and more robust in melanin-rich skin than in lighter skin tones. Your collagen fibers are tightly packed, your melanocytes are more active, and the result of all that biological brilliance? You have been watching it your entire life. Women in our community age with a grace and a glow that the rest of the world quite literally tries to purchase. There is a reason people say black don't crack. That is not a compliment. That is not just a saying. That is biology. That is science, confirming what we have always known about ourselves. But biology also tells us the full story. And the full story includes what happens after menopause. Because after 50, something begins shifting beneath the surface of that beautiful skin. And understanding that shift is absolutely everything. Drop a crown in the comments right now if you are learning something new today. This is exactly the kind of information this community was built for. Section 2. What actually happens to your face after 50? When estrogen levels begin to decline after 50, two major structural changes start happening in your face simultaneously. Neither of them is happening on the surface. Both are happening deep beneath your skin, where no cream, no serum, and no injection is going to reach them without a real strategy. The first change is bone resorption. The bones of your face, particularly around your eye sockets, your upper jaw, and your chin, begin to slowly lose density and volume. The scaffold underneath your skin quietly shrinks. The foundation of your face is changing from beneath. The second change involves your fat pads. Your face contains distinct pockets of fat beneath the skin, and after 50, those fat pads begin to descend. They lose their anchoring, they slide downward, and as they move, the skin above them follows. This is the true origin of jowls. This is where the heaviness along the jawline comes from. This is why the under eye area deepens over time. It is not a surface issue. It is structural. It is architectural. It is happening from the inside out. And that distinction, queens, is the single most important thing I will say in this entire video. Because the beauty industry has sold us Botox as a solution that addresses the surface, but your face is not asking for a surface solution. Your face is asking for structural support, and those are two completely different things. Section 3. What Botox actually is, not the glossy brochure version, the science. Botox is a brand name for an injectable substance called botulinum toxin type A. It is technically one of the most potent neurotoxins known to modern science. When injected into a facial muscle, it travels to the neuromuscular junction, the point where your nerve communicates with your muscle, and it blocks a chemical messenger called acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the signal that tells your muscle to contract. Botox blocks that signal completely. The muscle receives no instruction to move. For 3 to 6 months, that muscle is functionally paralyzed. The wrinkle softens because the muscle creating it can no longer contract. From a distance, it looks like a result. It looks like youth. And that is exactly what the industry wants you to see. But here's what they are absolutely not telling you. And this is where we need to have a real and honest conversation right here in this community. Section 4. The danger of disuse. Atrophy. Queens, picture this. Someone breaks their arm, wears a cast for 6 weeks, and when that cast comes off, the arm is visibly smaller, thinner, and weaker. The muscles shrank simply from not being used. Scientists call this disuse atrophy. When your body notices a muscle is not working, it stops feeding it. Simple as that. Now apply that directly to your face. Every Botox injection puts your facial muscles into a chemical cast. Your body stops investing in them. They shrink. They waste away. For a younger woman with plenty of natural fullness underneath, this might not show immediately. But for a woman over 50 whose bone density is already declining and whose fat pads are already shifting, those facial muscles are the last support structure holding everything up. Freeze them and you pull out the last beam holding up the roof. When that structure falls, it does not go back up. What you are left with is hollowed temples, sunken cheeks, and a face that looks older than it did before the very first injection. We have all seen this on women without having the words to describe it. Now you have the words. Tell me honestly in the comments, did you know any of this before today? Section 5. The aesthetic side effects nobody warns you about. It gets worse. Long-term Botox users develop something called the shiny glass forehead. When a muscle is repeatedly paralyzed, blood circulation to that area drops significantly, and blood is your skin's entire life support system. It carries oxygen, it delivers nutrients. Cut it off, and the skin above that paralyzed muscle starts thinning out, losing texture, looking tight and almost transparent. For melanin-rich skin that is legendary for its density and natural glow, this thinning is genuinely devastating. You are not just losing facial movement, you are losing the very quality that made your skin extraordinary. Then there is ptosis, which simply means drooping brows. Your forehead muscles and eye muscles work as one coordinated team. Paralyze one part and the whole system is disrupted. Combined with the natural loss of elasticity after menopause, the result can be heavy hooded eyes that no eye cream will fix. Practitioners rarely volunteer this information during consultations, but here at Older Black Chicks, we do not let each other walk into rooms without the full picture. If this video is opening your eyes, please give it a like right now. It helps this reach every Black woman who needs it before making a decision she cannot undo. Section 6. The real solution. Rebuilding, not freezing. So what do we do instead? We rebuild. If the real problem is volume loss and structural decline, the real solution has to work from the inside, with your body, not against it. That is exactly what peptides do. They are tiny protein fragments that speak your skin cells' own language. Some signal your skin to produce new collagen. Others mimic the structural proteins that keep skin firm and lifted. Others specifically support the fat pad layer beneath your skin. This is not a trending ingredient. This is published, peer-reviewed science. And here at Older Black Chicks, we refuse to watch this community spend money on treatments quietly working against your own anatomy when science-backed, needle-free alternatives exist that work with it instead. The science is on our side. It always has been. We just needed the right information to use it. Section 7. The closing. Your skin deserves better. Say this with me. Aging is not fading. Aging is not becoming less. It is stepping into the most informed, most powerful, most radiant version of yourself. Your melanin-rich skin has carried you through every decade with grace and a glow the world still stops to notice. It deserves a strategy that honors that strength, not one that quietly dismantles it while charging you hundreds of dollars to do so. You now know what most women in those consultation chairs never get told, and that knowledge is yours permanently. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried Botox? Are you reconsidering it? Drop your city and your experience below. This community learns from each other, and every voice belongs here. Give this video a like before you go, and subscribe to Older Black Chicks, because next week we are breaking down exactly how peptides work ingredient by ingredient, so you know precisely what you are putting on your beautiful face. For everyone who stayed until the end, drop a diamond in the comments. It is our signal between women who chose truth over trends. See you in the next one. Your skin is not your problem. It is your power.